foremost, all praise go to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua.
I want to say shalom to the elders and Akim through thy precepts.
I get understanding.
So we out here, once again, prophesying the downfall and destruction of the place on a day that's supposed to be so-called hallowed in this wicked society known as Valentine's Day. You know, where everybody there with their significant other, they're getting ready to go do whatever they do, go to turn up, go to Ruth Chris or Cheesecake Factory, you know. Basically being involved with paganism, man. Okay? But there's another pandemic that's been going on in this society way longer than any coronavirus. And that pandemic is the pandemic of what? Single parent homes. Okay? And a catalyst to that is things like what? A day like today, where they want to try to confuse lust with love, right? That's really all it is. A lot of these relationships, these people, they find themselves in you're a perpetual boyfriend or a perpetual girlfriend with no marriage, okay? Or it's a fling, you know? And then when those relationships don't work out after a child is brought forth, which bringing forth a child is one of the most sacred and important acts you can do on earth. And you're doing it out of wedlock. And then what's that doing? Okay? It's creating broken homes, single parent homes. And when Jake is not, we see for certain that our people that are not flourishing in these type of environments is detrimental to us. Okay? You gotta understand that. So when you're in a relationship, whether you're a man or a woman, and a child is brought forth out of that, and you say, well, you know what, it didn't work out for X, Y, or Z. Now I'm ready to go forth and start a new family or whatever, and find a new mother or father for my son or daughter. But wait a minute, the scriptures don't back that up, so to speak. It doesn't Exodus, right? Because that's something that people will say. They'll say, I need a father for my child. I need a mother for my child. After a relationship ended and it didn't work out with the parent of your child. Go ahead, Al.
This is Exodus chapter 22, verse 22.
Bring it out.
Ye shall not afflict any widow.
You shall not afflict any widow. This is the book of the law, by the way. He said, ye shall not afflict any widow. What's a widow? A woman whose husband is deceased. Go ahead.
Or fatherless child.
Or a fatherless child. It says don't afflict a widow or a fatherless child. These are two people that need aid. Okay? A woman that's by herself after her husband has been either murdered or died of an illness, or a fatherless child. But what is a fatherless child? Go ahead, Al.
This is verse 23.
Bring it out.
If thou afflict them in any wise, and they cry at all unto me.
So if you afflict a widow or a fatherless child and the Most High hears their cries, go ahead.
I will surely hear their cry.
Go ahead.
And my wrath shall wax hot. And I will kill you with the sword.
Keep going. The Lord said, now I'll kill you with the sword. Read on.
And your wives
shall
be widows.
So now your wives are going to be widows. Because why? Because you're dead. That was your wife. You're dead. Now she a widow. Go ahead.
And your children fatherless.
And what?
And your children fatherless.
So that's when a child is fatherless. When their parent is deceased. Not because it didn't work out with Raymond and now you want to go date somebody else. I need a father for my child. He got a goddamn father.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay? Or little Stacy has a mother. That relationship didn't work out because of y'all.
Right.
Okay? And the Most High, he's not with this stuff, man. That's why you see single parent homes. Women are raising monsters, man. Because you need that duality of your mother and your father. Your birth mother and your birth father, man.
That's right.
Yeah, Sirach 7. But this society is pushing what? Feminism, and women, you fell head over heels for that. And it's destroying you. And not only destroying you, it's destroying all of us because you're raising young men up without a proper father figure. And a stepfather is not a proper father figure. It's really not, bro. Go ahead. Hey, get the etymology of the word stepfather. Go ahead,
This is Zechariah chapter 7. I'm going to start at verse 9.
Bring
Bring it up.
Thus says Yahweh of hosts.
Death to Valentine's Day, bro.
What's that?
Death to Valentine's Day.
That's right.
And your people.
Yeah, because you're an Edomite.
Yeah.
Edomites.
You're Edomites, man. You're the reason, and we talking about single parent homes in our society. That's being pushed and propelled by your people. You ever know women WIC, all type of aid, so-called aid, when you're taking men out the home.
We were gonna actually offer y'all some candy.
I don't take candy from strangers, bro. Have a nice day, man. Go ahead,
John 3:16. For God so loved the
Oh, hey,
that
okay,
he
hey
gave
now.
his one and only
Hey
son.
now.
Okay?
Hey now. Go ahead,
Peace, man.
Love isn't part of the
Hey,
what
now.
you guys do.
Go ahead. What is love?
What is love?
Yeah. Your wisdom of Solomon 6.
Unconquerable benevolence.
Your wisdom of
Always
Solomon.
willing
Hold on,
to
bro. Because you ain't about to distract from the lesson. But
You
since
asked
you
me
brought
a
on,
question.
I didn't ask you nothing.
You did ask a
What did I
question.
ask you?
What is love?
You asked me that.
Right.
I-
Nah,
what are you
snake.
talking about?
I said, is this about love? You have love, and then you
Well,
said,
I'm gonna show you something.
You said, what is love?
Serpent,
You
yeah.
asked me a question.
Wisdom of Solomon 6 and around 17. Because I got a lesson I'm trying to bring out, but let me edify you on that. Somebody get that.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 6 and verse 17.
Bring it up.
For the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline,
It's talking about wisdom and understanding. Go ahead. Which is likened unto a woman.
and the care of discipline is love.
And what?
And the
Care of discipline is love.
Go ahead.
And love is keeping of her law.
That's the love. When we follow the Lord's law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
Okay, that's the love.
Obeying God is love.
Right, so that's the love.
right with His commandments to love one another.
To love who?
One another. Right?
Who's
Love
one
your
another?
neighbor. Love people.
Love your neighbor as yourself.
Leviticus 19:18, and I gotta let you go because I'm bringing a lesson out. Yo. I don't got time for you, man.
Can I leave you with this? Jesus said.
No, I'm
there
gonna
is
read
no
one more
greater
scripture
act
and then
of
I'm
love
leaving
than
you.
That's
Right.
all right. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, man. You guys
That
have a
doesn't
great
sound like
day.
a conversation. That sounds like
I don't wanna
a lot of
conversate
anger,
with
man.
you.
You take care of
I
yourself.
don't want to. I'm trying to bring something else out. I don't want to conversate with Esau. But for the camera edification, matter of fact, drop that. Get Wisdom of Solomon 7 and 25.
Right.
It's not a heart, it's a butt.
It's the boss. Get Wisdom of Solomon 7 and, or Sirach 7 and 25. Let's get back to the point, man. Let's not lose the point. And get the,
Just
get the
can't leave.
etymology of the word stepfather right now, actually. Yeah. Because a stepfather is not an adequate replacement of the father. Do y'all agree with that?
What are you saying?
Do you agree that a stepfather or a stepmother is not an adequate substitute for the actual thing?
Depends on the situation.
I got the etymology of stepfather
Go ahead.
or stepmother is one who becomes father or mother to an orphan,
One that what?
one that becomes mother or father to an orphan.
So a stepfather or a stepmother is somebody that becomes a father or mother to an orphan.
Orphan.
Now what's an orphan?
Father-
That's that Bruce Wayne action where his mother and father got killed.
Fatherless.
That's an orphan, man. So if you a woman or a man can't leave a relationship after the child is involved and say, I'm about to go find another father for him. He has a father. He has a mother. You know? That's why this place is so messed up. Because of things like this, man, and it's been normalized. You know? Get wisdom, get that. Sirach 7 and 25.
Sirach 7:25.
I grew up in a so-called home with my stepfather. I never respected the man at all. And he loved me unconditionally. And even to this day, I'm looking at him like, hey, why gotta listen to this guy? It's a thankless job. Go ahead, I.
Sirach 7:25.
But this wouldn't be happening if the nuclear family was in structure. Now, what's your nuclear family? You're having your mother and your father. Biological.
What's that?
I don't feel comfortable shooting behind me. Can you step over here?
He's all right, He's all right, brother. He's all right, He's not gonna do anything. I know it. I know it.
Sirach 7:25.
Hold on. Let me just make this point real quick. Now, again, it's messed up because the nuclear family has been destroyed. Okay, people like Margaret Sanger, the women's movement, all these people, you know, getting a man out the house. You need your a child needs his father and mother first and foremost, and then you have the grandparents and all that stuff. It takes a family to raise. It takes a village to raise a child. Not just a woman with her 9 to 5 being single, man.
And all
That's why these grow up gangbanging. These women, they grow up promiscuous because their father wasn't there. It's a vicious cycle. Go ahead, Al.
Sirach 7:25.
Read out.
Marry thy daughter.
What?
Marry thy daughter.
So a man's supposed to marry his daughter. Does that mean literally? No, that means seek a man out for her. A man of understanding. A man that's going to be good for her. Okay? Because a woman, she'll pick a man because he looks good. He drives a nice car. He's talking
I
enticing.
fall for the same thing, man. The good-looking women always get me.
Say again? Well,
I said
men,
the good-looking
men are
woman.
hunters. Men, we hunt though.
Uh-huh.
So that that's okay for us.
Right.
But women, they're supposed to be married off. That's the point. When you want to marry a woman, you're really supposed to go to her dad. And you have it's a business transaction.
It's a weighty matter.
Exactly.
Continuing on,
Right?
and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter.
Why is that matter weighty? Because you're thinking, I gotta make sure I gotta get the best suitable partner for my princess, for my little girl. You don't want to get raised up being underneath a fool's household. Go ahead, Art.
But give her to a man of understanding.
But what?
But
Give her to a man of understanding.
And definitely don't give it to an Edomite. Right? Keep going, Art.
So what do y'all think about
Hast
Jesus?
thou a wife after thy mind?
It says, "Has you a wife? Do you have a wife after your own mind?" Now, in the book of Sirach, chapter 25:1, it tells you that there's nothing more beautiful than a man and his wife that's in agreement. You know?
Equally yoked.
Go ahead, Art.
Forsake her not.
Forsake not a good woman that's in agreement with you, that's cooperative. Because at the end of the day, the woman, she's getting on your program. You're the head of that household, which also proves again, it's not the same thing when a woman is bringing outside children to a relationship than what a man does. Because first and foremost, when a woman is bringing outside children to a man, you're bringing other men's legacy to another man. Now another man is raising children that aren't biologically his. They're raising another man's legacy. But when a woman does that, she's still in her purpose because you're helping that man still with his legacy. Okay? His name, that when a woman pushes, real quick, this Psalm 71:6, when a woman pushes forth a child out of her womb, that is the seed of man. That child, that's really that man's kid. At the end of the day. But things being turned upside down like the Bible says it would, they give custody to who? To the mother. They'll give custody. A woman will always get custody of her child unless she's a heroin addict. You know? But that's really that man's kid.
This is Psalms chapter 71. This is verse 6.
Bring it out.
By thee have I been holding up from the womb.
See, by the Most High God, who is a man also. He's the one that holds us up in the womb, fashions us with the seed of man. Go ahead.
Thou art he that took me out of my mother's bowels. My praise shall be continually of thee.
That took me out of my mother's bowels. You understand that? That's why it's a weighty matter. Hold on, bro.
You guys reading the Bible? You guys a Christian group?
We're Hebrew Israelite group.
Oh, okay.
We're real Jews. Read that in Sirach 42.
So do you believe in
And
Jesus
9?
as Messiah?
You know what, bro? I'm gonna get all into that. Let me finish this.
Sirach 42:9.
Bring it up.
The father waketh for the daughter.
The what?
The
Father waketh for the daughter.
See, so fathers are supposed to care for their daughters and their sons too. You know? Go ahead. They're not supposed to be off in whatever state living their best life. That's off, man. And another thing with these broken families too, you'll have a man, he'll make children with a woman. Now she moves on, so-called, and goes deal with another man, and now his children are under that roof of that other man. Okay? And then to add insult to injury, that dude, guess what? He's laid up with another woman that's got kids from another guy. So now he's raising another man's kids while another man's kids is raising his kids. Does that sound right to you?
It doesn't,
Does
but
it sound right to
I'm
you?
It's
I
chaos.
guess I'm kind of
Can I say something
confused as to what this has to do with me. Like, why? Like, what's the
It don't
point of
have
preaching the
nothing to do
message?
with you, man. I'm not talking to you. I didn't make you come up here, bro.
Right.
I was just trying to see what was going on.
You're actually the
that's all.
devil.
Right.
To cut to the chase with that. Go ahead, Marshall. What you got to say, brother?
I was about to say, on that same instance too, when you had these two men,
What's that
you
got to
had
do
two
with
different men raising others' children, and you got two different men with two moral compasses or no moral compass.
Right, Carl.
And the main problem that we have, and the main thing that we have with our people is dealing with our kids is you Edomites.
You so
raising and adopting our children, because you have two men raising a young boy. That's nothing but confusion. And what do you think he's going to think? And what do you think that might happen while they're in the household with them? You don't know what's going on.
It's crazy, man.
And that's all, that is against what our people are into. The only reason why our people are into homosexuality and a lot of the things that the Caucasian race is into is because we've been bombarded and been amongst y'all, and we pick up your habits.
In the 1950s and 60s, so-called black people were some of the most married demographic on earth, man. What happened? Don't worry about all that, bro. You're asking all. Listen, you've been up here. You're asking all the wrong questions.
I was asking about Jesus, and he's the one.
Hey, hold on.
He's the
Can
one.
I say something
Go
real quick?
ahead. Don't even entertain.
Hold
it,
on.
man.
I just want
Go ahead.
words. That's your answer.
Yeah, that's too hot for me.
Sirach 42 and 9.
Bring it up.
The father waketh for the daughter when no man knoweth,
See, the father waketh for the daughter when no man know. Read on.
and the care for her taketh away sleep.
The care for her will take away sleep. So if your daughter is running off 2 a.m. in the morning, you're supposed to wonder where she at, man. Go ahead.
When she is young,
When she is young, right?
lest she pass away the flower of her age.
Lest she pass away the flower of her age. Okay? What's when a woman is reaching the flower of her age? After her pubic cycle? After her puberty hits, and she starts having menstrual cycles, man. Right? And she's growing up and becoming a woman. Read on.
Flower of her age and being married, lest she should be hated.
See, and a woman's supposed to be married off when she's young. Didn't we just read that in Sirach? Marry thy daughter, and thou has weighed a weighty matter. Go ahead. You're not supposed to. Hold on, brother. You're not supposed to be meeting
Right.
your son-in-law and your woman and your daughter's already 6 months pregnant, and none of that other stuff, bro. That's backwards, man.
It's like, I hate to introduce you. And that goes to show, if everybody's watch any type of movies,
Right.
anything dealing with like the Victorian age or the Renaissance age, when they about that time, and they showed a woman in her 40s, and she's not married, that was a disgrace to the family.
Yeah.
Because they wanted the woman to be married off at a young age, not to be 30, 40, 50 years old. Like nowadays, these women want to be 40 years old. I'm a career woman. Oh, I put my career on first, and then I'll worry about that later. Nah. You know?
The Most High made y'all to be helpmeets, man.
Yeah, that's
Go
right.
ahead, You're supposed to help a man with his purpose, which again proves if a man is bringing kids to you, you're still helping that man with his purpose. That's still his legacy being brought forth, but it's not the same thing on the other end, man. It's just not, bro. Go ahead,
It also says, take the rod to your son often.
We about to get that.
You got another man taking the rod to your son.
I'm about to get all into that, bro.
Alright.
Trust me.
Continuing
Matter of fact,
on,
let's start whole Sirach, both Proverbs 23 and 13.
Sirach 42 and 10.
Bring it up.
In her virginity, lest she should be defiled.
See, in her virginity, unless she shall be defiled. Now, what did Levi and Simeon say to their father Jacob when Dinah got taken? He's like, yo, she's been defiled. Okay? Keep going out. A
Ain't
woman's
gotten-
virginity is precious. Why do you think in the ancient world you have to have a token of the virginity? You'd have to have the blanket with the blood to prove you was a virgin, man.
Right.
A man would have to pay double the dowry if he lied on a woman that she wasn't a virgin. That's how serious your virginity is, women.
That's right.
Okay? Women, they just hopping from man to man to man. And then want to say, well, man can do it. Man can do it, bro. As long as he's not messing with another man's woman, bro. And just leave. And we're going to get all on Jake, too, though. Because what does Jake do? All they want to do is leave these women, okay? But it's equal accountability, man. You women is not the victims, bro.
At all.
It's equal accountability, man. Read on that. How many of you women, you laid up with a nigga, you know he don't take care of his kids, man? That blame's on you.
And all the lying.
Yep.
They turn around and have a kid by him.
Read on that. And then turn around, you'll have to be the next
And
BM.
that because he ain't taking care of that kid.
And now you're the next BM, man. Go ahead, Al.
Sirach 42 and 10.
Bring it up.
In her virginity, lest she should be defiled and gotten with child in her father's house.
And got with child in her father's house. How many people right now how about to say Halloween, on Valentine's Day, was just as frightening, right? on Valentine's Day, how many people is having babies out of wedlock is going to get conceived tonight?
A lot
In
of
their
them.
father's house probably.
Lupercalia, following right along with that pagan.
Because what did the scriptures say? A man and a woman, they leave their families and they become one flesh. They have their own household. These women, they get impregnated in their father's house, man, with no plan. And then 5 years later, it ain't work out with Ray Ray. Now another man, now it's all his responsibility. No, bro. No, it's not, bro. Go ahead,
I just had to put it. And that
Yep.
goes into the point of our people understanding the importance of sex, man.
Yeah.
It's just not you just slamming, man, and you just smashing, man. Sex is marriage.
If you're a BM and your baby fathers are not or pieces of garbage, that's a reflection of you. And that has nothing to do with the next man. Likewise with the man. If you're with a baby mother, and you know she's ratchet, you know she's not nothing, you can't blame nobody but your own self, man. And it's not the next woman's job to clean up on aisle 4, man. We gotta start having what's called accountability, right? In which, especially with these women, they don't even want to say to the younger generation, oh, don't make these same mistakes. Because you're selfish, man.
Yeah.
Okay? I got a little cousin, he's 13. I'm telling him everything he needs to know, man. About this life. Okay? Things that we wasn't being taught. You know? You think my mother was telling me don't jump from woman to woman, son? No, she just let me do what I do. And that proves too, a woman can't control no boy, man. He needs his father, bro. I had my stepfather there. He might as well have been a goddamn lawn chair, man. To be completely honest, I still did everything I wanted to do. Okay.
You're an Israelite, bro.
Keep going out. Keep going out. Yeah, that's beautiful, man. Read on, Kafash.
Sirach 42 and 10.
Read up.
Now wait, why would he tell us Happy Valentine's Day? It's a day for women.
Right.
Why are you telling me that?
I didn't even think about that.
You know what? You's a weirdo.
Right, I ain't think about that.
Honestly.
Verse 10. In her virginity.
And I'm sorry, bro. Hey, are we talking too harsh for you people, man? First of all, listen. We're not sitting here because the thing will be, oh, you're trying to bash women. You're trying to shame single mothers. Well, listen. You need a little shame, man,
Right.
because you've been taught this long that there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. When you're bringing another man's child to another man, that is a huge deal.
Wicked.
That is a huge deal. It really is, man. Go ahead, Doc.
Continuing on in verse 10.
Yup.
And having a husband.
And having what?
And
Having a husband.
That's what you're supposed to have, woman.
Lest
Okay,
she-
now check this out. Because women will say, well, you know, and men will say this too. Oh, you know, that we was young. Yeah, we just had a child and we was young. Oh, we were supposed to have kids already. We young. No, you're supposed to be married first. You're supposed to have a marriage and then have children. A lot of these women, they want to have children to keep a man, and a lot of these men, they want to have a child to keep a woman. You think you're going to get a woman pregnant, and then all of a sudden you got access to that box for the rest of your life.
That's vanity.
That's not the case, man. And you women, you fall for it too. You'll have a dude right now, Halloween. I said it again.
Right.
You right.
All
Halloween.
demonic, right.
You're right. You're right.
Valentine's Day, you got a dude.
Just the same.
You got a dude right now, right? Valentine's Day, stroking this woman's hair. Oh, I love you so much. I just want to have a
Right.
baby by you. Ladies, tell that dude, hey, do you want to get married to me? And see how the conversation flip. He ain't want to marry you, man. He wants access to that box for life. That's mainly what it be about. Go ahead, Marsha. Where you at? You finish on that?
Let me finish this verse.
Ain't supposed to be a whoremonger either, though.
It's con. Yeah. Well, we're gonna get to the men. Trust me. We're gonna get to the men.
And
Go ahead,
having a husband, lest she should misbehave herself.
See, have a husband ahead unless she misbehave herself.
Who's the king?
And when she is married, lest she should be buried.
He don't look like you.
Who's the king?
He don't look like you.
Who is the king?
I don't pass
Guess.
my
Come
pearls
on,
before
guess.
swine, man.
Who's the king?
Read on that.
That was it.
You're ugly.
Who is it?
Like,
Come on, guess.
You tell me.
Jesus, you're an Edomite, man.
No, it's not.
Well, how could I knew he was going to
You know
guess
why?
that.
I know. You think
Can I tell you why? Can I tell you why?
Elvis is
I just,
not
hold on, no, let me say
Let him
something.
flee, let him
You left the message.
Jay wasn't invented to the 1600s, dumbass.
Thank you.
Let him flee, brother.
Let him flee. Let him.
Let's get back to Sirach.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, no, get Sirach 30 out in one. And then
Yeah, he
knock
going
off.
back.
What was that? Proverbs what? 22.
Uh-huh. Proverbs. Go ahead, Kafar.
Rock
Go back.
31.
Here, you want
He
it?
that
No,
loveth.
I don't want that, bro. Go
No,
ahead,
that's
bro.
not even a real calendar, man.
No, it's fake.
Get out of here.
See, Esau wants to try to see that when we start talking about some stuff, man. Esau want to come messing stuff up.
Ah,
Go ahead,
Sirach 31.
read out.
He that loveth his son causeth him
No,
off
he's
to
good
feel
at
the
it.
rod.
You said what up?
He that loveth his son causes him off to feel the rod.
So if you love your son, you're gonna cause him often to feel that rod, not
That's
sit
right.
down in the corner for 2 minutes.
Right.
You're gonna make him feel that rod. Now,
Time
guess
out.
what, bro? If I was a father and my BM is dealing with some dude and my son or daughter come to me and say, mommy's boyfriend beat me, it's on.
Yeah.
It's gonna be problems, man.
That's why I was
And
wicked.
you women, you can't sit up here and say, my child don't need discipline. Shit.
Mhm.
Every child needs discipline.
Right.
And the Lord said how to discipline them, through the rod, often.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you need just your nuclear family intact, man. That's
right.
why you got all these women, they walk around, they looking for love in all the wrong place with no nuclear family. Jake is running around thinking that his essence is how many women he can sleep with because the nuclear family is gone.
Get my stock up.
And look, once
Exactly.
once the nuclear family is gone, that's the first generation that is completely confused and confounded in the world.
Exactly,
Don't
bro.
know the right way, and then they gonna be pumping out children. Then they not gonna know the way.
And any real man, bro, your child tell you somebody put his hands on him, you gonna ride, bro. You're not gonna sit up there and say, oh well, no, man. Ain't nobody putting their hands on my child
child.
except me or their mother.
That's right.
Or the nuclear family, the grandparents. What the hell is stepfather putting his hands on the child, man? Or stepmother? That don't make no sense, bro. Here it is, I remember, right? When I was a child, I visited my daddy in New York, and my sister's mother, she put her hands on me, and I told my mother, and she was ready to go to Yonkers and whoop her ass, man. Okay? And that's how it goes. Okay? But here it is, as a man, you got unruly children living in your household. Now you feeling obligated, or do I beat them, do I not? That's confusion, bro.
Yeah.
Okay? You women, you don't really understand what you're doing by asking a man to take on these responsibilities that are your responsibility, right? And another thing, like we just read, you can't say your children are fatherless if their father's alive.
Right.
Men, you can't say your children are motherless if their mother's alive. You go to your BM and deal with it.
Yeah.
You go to your baby daddy and deal with it. Can you even get in contact with him? Some of you women, do you even know who he is?
Yeah.
Yeah, we going there, bro.
Maury.
We going. Maury has lived lavishly
Right.
off of you women, bro. And what's he do? You think he cares? He'll fly Keisha out for the 12th time,
Right.
getting the DNA test. Yeah, we go. Hey, we put
the
you.
7th time.
Put you in the same hotel.
Right.
Yeah, you know we got your back. No, he's getting rich off you, man. Go ahead, but you're supposed to what? Have your children feel the rod often. How can a step parent do that without confusion?
Yeah.
Without the child bucking up? You ain't my real daddy. You ain't my real mama.
Right.
You can't say that to me.
And that's why
And he right.
Shahala gotta get built up. Because when we start dropping out, you know what I mean? We
Yep.
gotta have what is it, predecessors
Yeah.
and strong Akim.
Nah, bro. And what do the women say? Well, he left me, or whatever it be. Well, if you would have asked that man to marry you first, the outcome might have been different. You might have knew he was jiving you if you made him actually commit to you, man. Because obviously having a baby with somebody is not a true commitment. But asking them to get married, that's a true commitment. You know? Same thing with the men. Why are you creating babies with women you don't respect or don't like that? Because quick spoiler alert for you women too. A man, when we meet you, within the first week, not even that, we're already putting you in that category. She could be, now again, we're not sitting here giving away man code. There's no such thing as that when we're dealing with the truth. Okay? Because a lot of you wicked ass niggas gotta get exposed for what you do, man.
Gone.
You'll put women in a category, that's main chick status, that's side chick status, that's fun here or there type thing. Men are already putting you women in that category when they first meet you, man.
Freak. Side chick.
Yes, all men.
men.
Let's deal with it. Let's deal with it.
Come on, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it then.
Otherwise, he's lying to you.
Yeah, you see that? You see
He's
that?
lying to
You see
you.
that?
He trying to solidify the box for the night.
Yeah. Get that.
Stop lying to
Now check this out,
Stop
right?
lying to him.
I'm
man.
glad he brought that. Now check this out,
That's
right?
right.
Now that's going into the next point, right?
We
has to
just
say that.
talked about that, didn't
He
we?
has to say that to his woman
Right.
to not
Why?
mess up that box, man.
Yeah.
That's
Same thing.
satisfaction for the night.
Same thing with the dude that's creating babies with his ex and moves on. He ain't worried about dealing with his ex. He's not banging her no more, man. For lack of a better term. He's worried about his new chick he's with and not screwing that up. Okay? So you see how there's nothing good coming out of this stuff, bro. And I'm living testament to the nuclear family being broke up. Having my mom's and a stepdad who was really getting stepped on. That's really what it means. If you're a step parent, you're getting stepped on, bro. And that's just the truth, man. And have I become your enemy because I'm telling you the truth?
Yes, you have.
Where we at,
Sirach 30.
Go ahead.
Sirach 30 and what?
Read
Read
on.
up.
He that loveth his son causeth him oft to feel the rod,
Yep.
that he may have joy of him in the end.
See, enjoying him in the end, man. But you know what's don't let an unruly, badass kid do what it wants to do? Get Proverbs 20 and 11. You don't let a bad kid just run around amok because bad kids become bad adults. They're a part of the prison system now. You know? I'm going to use me for an example, okay? Just to not, because when we talk about these subjects, people, they want to put themselves in it and it's too personal to want to deal with. So let's deal with me, right? I grew up with my mother, stepdad, who was getting stepped on by me. This man did everything in his power to make me happy, and I didn't give a damn. I wanted my actual dad the whole time, in which he was doing whatever he do, right? Now, my rearing up wasn't as hard as it should have been. My mother should have been putting the rod, making me feel the rod off. But she is trying to compensate for my actual dad not being there, and she's being too soft on me. And what did that do to me? That made me rebellious. Now all of a sudden I'm 19, I'm in a gang, I'm selling drugs, I'm popping all kind of women. And why is that? No nuclear family structure. That's the bottom line, bro. And your Black Lives Matter, they want the man out the house, by the way. And it's being run by 3 lesbian women.
Hate men.
So we gotta understand these things, man. All right?
Even now, they since it is Black History Month,
Right?
So-called.
they're putting the homosexual and transgender agenda in with the MLK movement still, or now.
Having women twerk on Capitol Hill. It's ridiculous, man. You can't make this up, bro. Look at that Proverbs, brother.
This is Proverbs chapter 20,
Yup.
verse 11.
Get
Read
up.
out.
Even a child,
Even what?
Even a child.
Even a little innocent little Tommy.
even a child is known by his doings,
Even a child is known by his doings. Go ahead.
whether his works be pure and whether it be right.
So everybody, even a small child, people know, like, yo, that's a badass little kid right there.
Yeah, come.
You know, people know that. And why? Because it has no structure.
A lot of parents figured that out now when the school's been closed. That their little angel is like that devil.
Is the devil. Go ahead.
Terrorizing the
Get Proverbs 23 and 13. But the Most High got the remedy for that. He already told you what to do about that.
Hey, going back to your situation, and with that, now you see the turning of the times because this wasn't being taught to us when we were children either.
Yeah, come. It wasn't, bro. Because we're so used to just meeting. See, Jake, we've been so conditioned as a people. You meet a woman 8 times out of 10, she's got kids anyway. Likewise with the men, and it's just normal. But these other nations, they don't deal with that, bro.
At all.
They ain't dealing like that. They just not. Go ahead, Al.
This is Proverbs chapter 23, verse 13.
Bring it up.
Withhold not correction from the child,
See that? Withhold not correction from your child.
for if thou beats him,
For if what?
For
If thou beats him,
For
with the,
what?
for if thou beats him,
Right?
with the rod,
With the rod. We're reading
he
the Bible.
shall not die.
See, so you beat your child with the rod, he ain't gonna die. It's for his correction,
He
okay?
might cry like he died.
Now, if you don't do that, right, he might literally die by George Zimmerman, or by
BCBD.
he might be. If you don't put the rod to your son, he might be the next Trayvon Martin, man. Okay, and really, he needs his father, or she needs her father, mother, to do that, cause it ain't the same, man. And this is what we gotta talk about, bro. We have to really sit down as a people and know that this is wrong, and to teach the generations behind us not to do this kind of stuff, man. Lord willing, the time off the clock anyway. The Most High gonna destroy this place, but we gotta really wake up, man, and make sure that, however, how much time we got in this wicked place, that we're not continuing the same mistakes, because that's insanity. You're insane when you're doing the same things over and over again, expecting a different result when it be the same result.
That's insanity.
Okay? And you let your children to feel the rod often, man, because it's not going to kill them. It's for their correction. Now let's deal with Jake a little bit, that want to run around, make all these babies. Get Exodus 22 and 16. Because you Negroes is off, man.
females clapping right now. Yeah, it's talking about the men.
Because all you want to do is what? You just want to pop women, leave them, but then you're lying, though. You're not being upfront with them. You're saying, I love you, baby. You're giving them chocolates and roses and making it like it's going to last forever. Go ahead, when it ain't, man.
This is the book of Isaiah 29 and 13.
Read out.
Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men.
Precept means law, right? So you're going by the laws of man. Oh, it's not, ain't no big deal. That's just life. No, that's just out of order is what it is.
That's how you ended up being comfortable.
Yeah.
Because you was taught the fear of God by the precept of men.
Even in that nursery, where we at?
38.
Even in that nursery rhyme, what it say? Susie and Tom sitting in a tree. And it said, first comes love, then comes marriage, and then Tommy's got the baby. But now it's first comes lust. There ain't even no damn love. It's lust.
Ain't no kissing either.
And then it's baby.
Right.
And then now you're going to try to find love later. And
baby
it don't
daddy.
work like that. Now you a BM. Now you a baby daddy, man. Now you're a statistic, man. Go ahead, Al.
It's Proverbs 29 and 15.
Bring it out.
Hold on, Al. Hey, let me ask y'all a quick question real quick. Okay, I'm going to keep going. Because I was ready to ask them, right, because they're Edomite women, obviously. And I was going to ask them how many of their girlfriends are single mothers. Probably not a lot, but tell the Hispanic and black women that. Oh, half my friends got baby daddies. You know, we don't know.
It's Proverbs 29 and 15.
Bring it out.
The rod and reproof gives wisdom,
See that? The rod and reproof will bring wisdom forth, man.
but a child left to himself bringeth his mother to shame.
A child being left to himself bringeth his mother to shame. Now, how many women are dressed in black all the time going into these funeral homes, man? Because of what we talking about, man. Okay? Straight like that. Who we at? Who's holding? You want to say something?
I got one more precept.
Go ahead, Al.
This is Mark chapter 12 and 38.
Bring it out.
And he said unto them in his doctrine, beware of the scribes, which love to go in long clothing and love salutations in the marketplace, and chief seats in the synagogues and uppermost rooms of the feast, which devour widows' houses.
Which what?
Which devour widows' houses.
So that proves widows are vulnerable, man. That's why the law said you don't disregard the widow or the fatherless. Okay? Because they have no hedge of protection. which proves who is supposed to be your hedge of protection.
Man.
Your husband, your man, your father, and then he walks you down the aisle to your next head, man. That's how it's supposed to go. Go ahead, Art.
And for a pretense, make long prayers.
Yep.
These shall receive greater damnation.
Because they know better, man. They take advantage of these people out here, okay? They take advantage of single mothers. They take advantage of widows. They take advantage of, they're preying on our people, man. You know?
And that was talking about our people, but how much more the other nations?
I was just thinking that too.
God, bro. Where we at? Yeah, Exodus 20, yeah.
16.
Exodus 22.
16.
Yep.
This is Exodus chapter 22. This is verse 16.
Bring it up.
And if a man entice a maid,
And if a man entice a maid. Now, how do you, now what is something